Well, we have a problem with the show opener, but that doesn't mean that Tim is not here. Yes, I am. I am here, and this is Jazz Home Delivery, where we are taking our wonderful jazz friends who are at home during COVID, and we're bringing them to you at home. And hopefully you're getting your jazz fix somehow anyways. We're here as part of the TD JazzYYC International Jazz Days. This is a virtual festival, and there's only a few days left. It's been a real fun. In total, it'll be 28 days in a row. Today we are welcoming our friends Dee Daniels, a vocalist and a wonderful storyteller from Vancouver, British Columbia. And we're also welcoming Johanna Sillanpaa from Calgary here, a wonderful vocalist as well. And she's got some stories about how technically advanced she's become over this last few weeks. So here we have all three of us. Oh, bear with me. I'm just pushing all the buttons. There's all three of us. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
It's like everybody do jazz hands. That's a nice way to start. Dee, thank you very much for being on the show. You're in a nice, beautiful part of Vancouver. Is the sun shining out there at least?
No, not today, but it's still a beautiful day.
There you go.
It's beautiful here in beautiful Vancouver.
In beautiful Vancouver, you're very lucky to live in that part of the country. And of course, Johanna, we both live in Calgary, and we're very lucky to be here as well.
Yes, I'm in Edmonton right now, though.
Oh, you're in Edmonton right now?
Uh-huh. Yes.
What are you doing in Edmonton?
I came up to surprise visit my mother for her birthday yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Does she know yet, or are we letting the cat out of the bag?
No, it was yesterday.
Okay. Whew. I'm so glad we didn't let the cat out of the bag. Oops! We just ruined the surprise. I'm so happy to have you both on the show, and I know we're going to have a wonderful time. Johanna, if you'll excuse us, I'm going to go and speak with Dee first.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Here's Dee Daniels. Dee Daniels with us, as I mentioned, from Vancouver. Your smile always just lights up the entire room. Dee, I've known you for probably 20 some odd years because we have a mutual friend, Dave Pierce, and you've done a lot of work with Dave. And
yeah, DP.
DP. I call him DQ. Did you know that?
No, what is that for?
Well, DQ, it's because he has a great love of treats. And also because he used to have really, really curly hair, and I always used to call it his DQ curl. So.
Oh, okay. So, well, that's something else we share in common. DQ, the Dairy Queen treats.
Dairy Queen, yeah.
My weakness. That's my weakness.
Is it really? Dairy Queen.
Yeah. And all I want is the chocolate sundae with pecans on it.
Ooh.
And a hot dog, which you cannot get in Canada anymore. It broke my heart.
You can't get a hot dog.
They don't do hot dogs at Dairy Queen anymore. You have to go across the border.
This is breaking news for all Canadians who were expecting to get a hot dog this summer when they went and got an ice cream cone. Oh my goodness. Dee, you are at a place in your life where you really identify with your entire musical life. You call your music inspirational music these days because it allows you to kind of pull together the culmination of your entire music experience to share with others. Explain to us how inspirational music is the way that you identify your music.
Well, I started out in church, right? My stepdad was a minister in Oakland, California. So I've always had gospel/inspirational music in my life. And it is the foundation of all of the other music I've ever had an opportunity to do, right? Yeah. Which includes my first band was total rock and roll, and that evolved into R&B and then to pop music. And of course, blues is a first cousin of jazz and gospel, and then the final evolution into jazz. So I had a situation here about 5 years ago where I went through breast cancer. Okay. And while I was doing that, I was meditating every day. And through the meditation process, all of these songs just came, and they had very inspirational messages that helped me get through the process, the treatment and so forth, into a place where I had a complete healing experience. So I had all of this music, enough actually for about, I don't know, two or three, well, actually 3 or 4 CDs. And I
Mm.
finally decided I have to record some of this music. So I finally did. And it's the CD is called The Promise. And
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be released here this fall, depending on what happens, or maybe next year through Cellar Music here in Vancouver.
Oh, great, with Corey Weeds, yeah.
Yeah.
And you recorded this album with Dave Pierce. I remember.
Well, Dave did a whole lot on the CD, and
Yeah.
it was recorded in Chicago, here in Vancouver, at a couple of different studios. But Dave is my guy. You know,
Yeah, he's
Dave is
a
my guy.
brilliant
He's so.
arranger and musical soul and good friend. Well, I remember I saw you at his home when you were out doing some
That's
work with
right.
him. So
Yeah, that's
there's
right.
our
Yeah,
further connection. So what
yeah.
is it that we can look forward to in this inspirational music of yours? Are they stories of healing? Are they stories of miracles? Are they stories of everyday life and positivity? How do
Well,
you describe it?
there's stories of yes, of healing, of everyday life. They're definitely message driven, and stories of inspiration, of hope, and most importantly, stories of love. Because in my estimation, without a doubt, love is the answer.
Hmm.
Period.
Love.
And that's what they're about. So I'm hoping that people that quite a few people have heard it, and everybody seems to be uplifted and moved by it. So that's all it's about to me, is just sharing sharing my experiences through these songs, and in hopes that it will make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it will make a difference in people's lives because it's making a big difference in your life.
Yes, it is.
It's like a boomerang. You throw it out there and it's going to do all of its good flight and come back to you, right?
That's it. That's it in a nutshell,
I
right?
love it. Now, so that when is that album out, Dee?
We hope for a release, like towards the end of the year, but we don't quite know,
Yeah.
just because of the situation, the circumstances we're dealing with right now. But it'll be either the end of this year or towards the first of next year, right?
Okay.
But it's ready to go, and that will also include a release of the first single from the CD in the United States as well. So I have teams here in Vancouver, not Vancouver, but well, based in Vancouver, but for
Yeah.
Canada and worldwide, and then a special team based in Chicago for the U.S. release.
Oh, that's great. You got people all around you that are going to help spread this good word of yours.
Well, yeah, thank goodness, thank goodness. But then there's also another something else that I'm really excited about. 30, well, let me see, I forget, 34 years ago, I think it's been
Mm-hmm.
now, 36 years ago, I can't remember. Anyway, in 1986,
Okay.
living living in Holland, or in Belgium at the time, and I had the opportunity to work with Monty Alexander. Okay, piano.
Nice.
And on that band was Monty Alexander, John Clayton, Ed Thigpen on drums, and Johnny Griffin on tenor, right? So that was my first time
Just a few
meeting.
heavyweights.
Oh yeah. So I just a little while later, I was able to persuade the original Monty Alexander trio, which is John Clayton and Jeff Hamilton, to come to Belgium on as they were doing a tour in Europe and
Mm-hmm.
record an album with me. And the album was called "The Music Made Me Sing It." And I just found out that Cellar Music is going to reissue that CD, and
Oh,
that's
wow.
coming up later this year or in the beginning of next year as well. So I'm totally excited about that. You know.
Had you heard this music in 36 years, or was it kind of in limbo?
Well, it's just been in limbo because it was, like I said, I was living in Belgium at the time when I recorded it. So it was like just a very small release there in that area, Belgium, Holland. But that was it, right? So the
Yeah.
rest of the world hasn't heard this. And anybody who has an actual album, because that's what it was, right? Not a CD.
Yeah.
It's a collector's item because the masters were destroyed by accident.
Oh,
I
no.
found that out. I cried and
Of
everything.
course.
Anyway, so but we have the glass masters, right? So we were able to, when I say masters, I meant the 2-inch tape, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we're able to reissue that. And when Corey Weeds here heard it with Cellar Music, he said, "Oh, we got to put that out. We got to." So I'm really excited about that. It's a
That
once
is
time opportunity.
that is exciting, and in a little bit we're going to talk about even more CD planning or more album planning that you're talking about as well. But right now, I wanted to see if we could share one of the videos that you have graciously made for us.
Okay.
This particular song is Almost Like Being in Love, and why is this particular song special to you?
Well, because I'm always in love.
You are.
With life. I'm in love with just people, just being, and yeah, it's a song that always brings me joy. It's up tempo, and yeah. So for me, like I said, love is the answer. So there's all these aspects of love, but love, being in love, that's priority.
There's light shooting from every screen watching right now. Going, love. Dee's sending out love to everybody, and
I am. I turn up
everybody's
my water
appreciating it.
all the time.
Well, that's great. I'm just going to set this all up. Dee Daniels is here from her home in Vancouver, and she is part of the TD JazzYYC International Jazz Days Virtual Festival. Very excited to play this song that she's recorded for us a little earlier, sitting at her piano and her microphone. This is Dee Daniels, Almost Like Being in Love.
What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face.
I wish we could see
For the
it.
whole human race. It's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. Swear I was falling. It's almost like all the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And by the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. Swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. Being in love. I was so in love, almost. Shoo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo, 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 almost like being in love. I'm in love, I'm in love.
There she is, Dee Daniels, Almost Like Being in Love, sending love all around the world here as we're part of this Jazz Home Delivery. Thank you very much, Dee, for recording that for us.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Do you have a grand piano in your house?
I do.
Lucky lady, holy cow.
I
And do you
do.
play it every day?
Every day. Well, not quite every day.
Yeah, but it is part of your routine?
Yes, it is part of my routine.
That
Yeah.
is
And I want
very.
you to know that the sun is coming out.
Look what you've done, Dee. You've coaxed it out just for you. Good for
Oh,
you. I do love that. You shared the most incredible story with me the other day, and it involved a profound life changing moment that happened for you. It happened at a Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival. Tell me about that cosmic experience that you had. I think that everybody will be just blown away by what transpired that day.
okay, I'll give you the short version.
Oh, sure.
This was I'm going to date myself just a little bit here, but everyone will be hypnotized when I say the number three and will not remember anything about numbers, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So here we go. So this was in 1992. I was invited to the Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival for the first time. And I didn't know until a week before how big this festival was. They had about 80 musicians. I mean, these are jazz legends, the Young Lions. There were jazz writers like Leonard Feather, who was a fan of mine at the time.
Yep.
So when I got there, I said, "Oh my God, this is crazy." So um, I I was so wound up, not nervous because I don't believe in that, but
Yeah.
what I had was way too much adrenaline. It was like a fountain sprouting from the top of my head, and I knew I had to calm myself down. So I just stopped behind the stage. Well, actually, it's next to the stage, and we're in the Kibbe Dome, which is their athletic dome. So there's thousands of people out front and hundreds of people behind the stage, right?
Yeah.
So I'm standing. I said, I got to just stop and ground myself. So I stood in the middle of this wing, and there's people, going back and forth all around me. And I stopped, closed my eyes, and I said, "Okay, Dee, what do you want to accomplish here today?" I said, I want to be used by my source, and I call my source God,
Mm-hmm.
universe, light, whatever, love, to touch people in ways that only the source knows they need to be touched. And I mean everybody in the room, right? So in that moment, with my eyes closed, you can imagine just a black void there. There appeared a pipe. It was like a bronze plumber's pipe with the elbow
Yeah.
going out, and my perspective was from behind it, and there was a soft light, coming from the above my head to the right, and all of a sudden the word catalyst came to mind. I said, yeah, that's it. I want to be a catalyst for this energy, this source, to touch people, everybody here, in ways that only the source knows they need to be touched. So at that moment, this thick, dense liquid light came from off the top of my screen into the mouth of the pipe. And when it came out of the other end, it was like a ray of light, like a lampshade would produce in a dark space. So, and at that moment, I just felt like just so calm, like somebody had poured liquid honey over me, and I was just
Mm.
there, and I felt like I elevated, like about 6 inches. And then I
Mm-hmm.
noticed the announcer was announcing, he was making my introduction, so I just kind of drifted, over to the stage and up the stairs. And I think I was having an out of body experience. I'm not sure. But
Wow.
anyway, I remember doing the first song. The second song, I went to the piano to play. And I knew I had to play something that I was comfortable with. So I chose a gospel song that has a blues format.
Okay.
And just when I was about to take the solo, Lionel Hampton comes up to the stage, mallets in hand, and he took the solo, which was, thank God, because I'm not a linear soloist. I'm a rhythm player, right?
Oh.
We finished and did the third song, which he was supposed to be on stage and played. And at the end of that, I felt this sensation, and all of a sudden I was like totally conscious of where I was, and all I wanted to do was get off the stage, right? But I had to first go to Lionel and the organizer, because they give the girls flowers, right? So I
Nice.
took the flowers and I hightailed it. I was trying to get off the stage, but the next singer up, and this other singer for that night, was Jarreau. right? so
Wow.
So well, I'm in heaven. But so Al says, "Dee, go back, go back, go back." And I look back, and Lionel's beckoning me to come back. So I went back to the front of the stage, and I looked out to the audience, which I was oblivious to, and they were standing, and they were clapping,
Wow.
and I said, "Holy moly," And so I took a bow, and then Lionel pulled me down because he's a little teeny guy, planted the juiciest, sloppiest kiss on my lips. I was drooling at the end. And then I'm still trying to hightail it off the stage. Anyway, I got to my room that night, and I said, "What the heck was that?"
No kidding.
And a little voice that is usually right here says, "What you asked for, but only way more than you could have imagined,"
Oh,
And
wow.
since that time, I never, ever perform or teach or try to remember to do it all the time without going to that place, because that place grounded me, and I voluntarily, consciously decided that I wanted to be a catalyst for this source. It's just love, and just
Yeah.
being willing to unzip yourself, open up, be vulnerable, and let the love come out. That's all it's about. That's all I want to do when I'm performing. The voice. There's plenty of people who have a greater instrument than I do, but nobody, I don't think, is a better storyteller. They can tell a story as well, but not
That's
better.
right. That's
What I'm
right.
saying? No, but it's not about that. It's about what are you willing to give, to just give freely, unconditionally. So that it changed my life, that experience.
It is a it is a powerful experience that you describe, and it's what a profound memory to keep with you every time that you go on stage.
Yeah.
Do you literally say to yourself, "Just go do that now"?
Yeah, yeah. What I say, I gladly, willingly, lovingly, joyfully, gratefully give myself to be used by Source, by love, to touch people in ways that only love knows they need to be touched. That's what I say. It's just a thought, right? I mean, it took me a while to tell you the story behind it, but it's just a thought. It's a conscious choice to be there in that moment, because in the moment is where our power is. It's
Yeah.
not the moment before the moment coming up. It's right there. So I just choose to go there.
Yeah, and many people might describe that as mindfulness.
Yeah, that
It's a
doesn't
mindful
matter
moment.
how to describe it, to tell you the truth.
Sure. Yeah, but you
You know
just
what I'm saying?
understand it for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I do, and I include this in my teaching, right? And my students who have tried this instantaneously say, "Oh my God, I can't believe how I connected." Because you always get students who are nervous. Well, we don't use that word. We have too much adrenaline in that moment, right? So, but or there's some kind of fear-based thing. But when you go there, all of that kind of stuff just disappears. It goes away. It's only an illusion anyway. It's in your head, and you can choose to change that, get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
So, but the ones who have tried it, they come back, they call, they text, whatever, say, "I can't believe." And even my friends came up to me and said, "I felt you. I felt this."
Oh, wow.
And it's not about, so it goes way beyond the instrument.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people do we know that don't have great instruments, but they move you,
That's
they
right.
touch you,
That's
and
right.
then those who have great instruments that don't go there, you come away and maybe it was spectacular production and all that kind of stuff, but you're not taking anything home other than memories of pyrotechnics and all of that kind of stuff. Right? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so I like I said, it changed my life, and I use it to the best of my ability every day in whatever way. It doesn't have to be just music or
Yeah.
just teaching. It's just life, right? And
Yeah.
I mess
Yeah.
up because I'm not perfect, but I'm okay with
There's
that.
there's absolutely the lesson in that I'm hearing, and this is something that I really push out to people as well, is do more you. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
There's only one you, so do more you absolutely
that's
every
right.
day. Find
Absolutely.
whatever ways you can do in order to be able to remind yourself to do that as often as possible. But
Absolutely.
that is a powerful message,
Yeah,
Dee
be true to
Daniels.
yourself.
You have delighted us with your message. That's for darn sure. You have prepared another song, and this one was really, really special because this is a song that is special for me. I'm going to call this my own request.
Okay, you can do that, and I'm
Can
going
I
to give
do that?
it.
I love it. This particular song is called "The Very Thought of You," and it is special for me because I sang this song to my beloved wife as she came down the aisle. I thought, you know what, I get one chance to get this
Oh
right,
man, did you?
and that was over 25 years ago, 29 with the wind chill.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. You are in Calgary.
I said
That's
that.
fantastic. That's
But I'd
fantastic.
like to play this song for everybody right now with your permission.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
We have this beautiful rendition of "The Very Thought of You" from Dee Daniels, our friend in Vancouver, and here we go.
The very thought of you and I forget to do those little ordinary things that everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream. I'm happy as can be, and foolish though it may seem to me, that's everything. The mere idea of you, the longing here for you, you never know how slow the moments go till I'm near to you. I see your face in every flower, your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love. The very thought of you.
Dee Daniels with her rendition of "The Very Thought of You." Thank you so much for your lovely rendition of that, Dee. It must be fun to sit at the piano and sing whatever song you want to, right?
That's true. And thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate it.
That was a real treat for everybody, especially for myself, since it's such a tender song that's involved in my life. So thank you very much for being on the show. I'm going to zip over now and talk to our other friend Johanna Sillanpaa, who was waiting on the other side. Will you excuse us?
Okay, you betcha.
Thank you so much. Dee Daniels, everybody. Thank you very much for being on the show. There's Johanna sitting there now.
Hey.
Nice to see you,
Hi.
Johanna. Usually in Calgary, but in Edmonton today, spending
Yes.
some valuable family time. It's nice to be able to double our bubble now and know that we're
Yeah.
safe to be able to go and visit family, right?
Absolutely. I think this whole time has been about family time and connection, and because we've been forced to slow down in so many ways, and I guess that's for me that's the silver lining, even about just taking time and spending time with the people close to you. So
That's right, and
yeah,
you've gotten an extra chance to be able to spend some more time with your daughter. You're doing homeschooling and all this other kind of stuff, but you also get a chance to spend some time with your students, because prior to this, you didn't ever have an online teaching opportunity before. But then you read a quote that said "evolve or die," and you jumped into it,
it's
and
true.
you've really
It's true.
evolved over the last couple of months. Tell us what that experience has been like.
It's been amazing. I was
Yeah.
really reluctant in the beginning because, like I said, I had never had a reason. Everybody always said, go online, you should do some lessons online. It's a good opportunity, no borders, meet more people, be more available. And I just had enough, workload teaching as it was. So I never really got around to it. And when all this changed very quickly, uh, it was kind of I think I was in shock for the first week because I was like, I don't know how am I gonna do this. I remember setting it all up on Zoom and then calling my friend who's a singer, Kate. I'm like, okay, let's try this out. And then I was so discouraged with the audio lag because
Yeah.
I thought we could play in real time, and I realized it didn't work. And so I researched a bunch of different platforms and it came back to Zoom in the end, because I wanted to work with a free software
Yeah.
and not have such a big chunk cut in of my profit. So it worked out really well. I have to say that everybody was brought online and everybody was happy. Like, no one has complained, and even gained some new students. So it was a
Yeah.
positive experience that I'd like to keep doing.
Yeah, you said you picked up 6 or 7 new students online, and are they all over Alberta? Are they all over Canada?
Yeah,
Like,
some are outside of Alberta, and yeah, so just being available. It's a beautiful thing. And then, like I said
yeah,
to you, that I was watching American Gods on Prime Video, and one of the goddesses says at one point, and this is right when all the restrictions happened,
yeah.
one of the goddesses said, "Evolve or die," and I was like this. Okay,
She's speaking to me.
it's to me. I have to get with this. I have to embrace the new. Yeah.
Wow. So, what types of things did you have to bring on board? You had to kind of fix some settings in Zoom, because there are certain settings that you can change in Zoom in order to be able to make sure that there's not cutting out your mic when you don't want it to, and things like that. But did you have to buy a few other little accoutrements in order to be able to make it work?
Not that much. A microphone,
Yeah.
a USB microphone, but I had everything already. So
Yeah.
no, it was just getting comfortable with a different way of doing things. How the call and response aspect of teaching, and yeah, it's been great. I can't complain. I've learned a new skill. So
Yeah, there you go. So you went from literally never ever having given a lesson online to now you've produced a podcast for JazzYYC on
on how
how to present a lesson online. Tell
yeah.
us about this podcast. It's coming out on the 25th, by the way.
Yeah, it's coming out on Monday, and
Yeah.
it's just me going through the basic setups and doing a little bit of. I invited a student in the end just to show. So it's a screen recording. So it's of my computer, basically. So what I see there, and just walking through the process. And I'm sure the most people that are now, what are we, month 3?
Yeah.
Are now teaching online have figured this out. However, there might be people that are starting right now that might need some help. And I would have liked something like that when I was starting out with these lessons. That would have helped a lot. So that's all I'm doing. And
I'll bet.
hopefully it'll be informative.
And Larry Roy was a wonderful guitar player from Winnipeg, actually, the other day, was telling us about, even real simple things. Just make sure that your sound is really good, and make sure that your light is really good, and then it's not distracting for the student, right? Simple things.
No, it's beautiful. It's a new skill, and we have to get with the times, right?
Yeah, for sure. Now, just before COVID struck, like literally the week before, you were telling me that you had gone into a performance space with a grand piano and our favorite guy, Sheldon Zanbor and Cody
Yep.
Hutchinson, and you recorded some videos because you wanted to get out there and provide some promo material for people.
Yeah, it was mainly meant for promo. Well, I meant to post it online, obviously, but it was the idea behind it was to record what we do live on gigs, because I don't have that necessarily documented. And it's like taking a pop tune and putting a jazz arrangement on it, or making more accessible to people that maybe aren't a jazz audience.
Yeah.
Normally. So we decided to do it, and we had a couple. It was at the very, very end of February, last day of February, that we recorded it. And then the restrictions, all this stuff hit the fan the week after.
Yeah.
And so I'm really thankful that we were able to do it, because we were talking about delaying it because we had some issues with the location, and we had to switch a week out and try to find a nice studio that's available during that time. Was tough, but it worked out. And we did it at C Space in Myrtle Loop.
Nice.
And so I remember my producer, Josh Wong, he was saying, listen, maybe we should delay this. Like, just what's the big deal? Let's delay it a couple of weeks. And I'm like, no, I don't know. I think we should do it. And I'm glad we did, because we wouldn't have been able to do it.
So so all the videos are being worked on and all this COVID stuff was happening and whatnot, what did it feel like? That might have been an opportunity then to be able to use these videos for other things, or was it a little bit heart-wrenching? You're kind of going, oh man, we did all these promo things and now we're not able to use them.
No. I didn't see. I just kind of, I relaxed about the release date a little bit. I'm like, you know what, let's look at them when we have time. And I haven't had time. It's just been, for quarantine, it's been ridiculously busy with teaching, homeschooling, all this stuff. It just hasn't really, it wasn't a priority for me at that time. But now this is a perfect opportunity. So
the good news out of all of this is for all the viewers that are watching right now, because you have incredidible video that you recorded just in the nick of time, and now they get to see it for the very, very first time.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited.
In theory, this is a worldwide, galactic, universal debut of one of your music videos, and we got two of them, though, that we're going to present.
Can you always intro me like that?
Yes, I will. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that you get all the credit that you have.
Beautiful. I love it. Yes.
Johanna, this you have a knack for taking pop songs and then putting a little jazz zhuzh on them and turning them into something special. Tell us about this particular song. This is a Whitney Houston song that you're choosing to play for us. Tell us about this first song.
Well, I was always a big Whitney Houston fan. Big fan. So, and this was always such a happy song. I loved it. And we started messing, myself and Sheldon Zanbor on piano, and he's, the arrangement brains behind this piece. But we would, the one thing that we always do when we play, because in a lot of settings, it's duos or trios, and a lot of duos, just me and Sheldon going out, doing gigs. After a while, you kind of get tired of singing the same songs that are in your repertoire book, and you start messing with things. And because Sheldon's ear is ridiculous, we can go anywhere. So I'd be like, we might have been playing some swing tune, and then I decided to medley into this tune. And that's how it was born. And that's how we do it. We call it musical ADD, because we just go, and it's never the same. It's never the same. So I thought, if we could capture this on video and showcase that this is what we do. So it's one of the songs that I love doing live with Sheldon, and we decided we'd actually work it out with Cody as well. So yeah.
So now it's the three of you doing this particular song. So let's show everybody what it is that you do when you do so well. I hope I have the right video pulled up here. It's the three of you, right?
Yes, and it's
the
live.
Other one is just two of you.
Yeah, this isn't a studio production. This is live.
This is live off the floor.
Yep.
This is great. Johanna Sillanpaa is here with us as part of the TD JazzYYC International Jazz Days virtual festival. Here's the galactic, worldwide, universal premiere of one of her brand new music videos. I'm super excited to play this. Here's I Want to Dance with Somebody. Oh, want to dance with somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strikes upon the hour, the sun begins to fade. Still enough time, try to figure it out, how to chase my blues away. I've done alright up till now, the light of day that shows me how. When the night falls, when the night falls, with somebody, I wanna feel that heat with somebody, yeah. I wanna dance with somebody who loves me. I wanna dance with somebody, I wanna feel that heat with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody who loves me. Lost my senses, spinning through the town. Sooner or later the fever ends, I wind up feeling down. I need a man who'll take a chance, a love that burns hot enough to last. When the night falls, when the night falls, with somebody, I wanna feel that heat with somebody, yeah. I wanna dance with somebody who loves me. I wanna dance with somebody, I wanna feel that heat with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody who loves me. Somebody, I wanna feel the heat with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody who loves me. I wanna dance with somebody, I wanna feel the heat with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody who loves me.
Yay! We're so happy to play that.
Does everybody feel like dancing with somebody now?
Ooh, I want to dance with somebody. I got my moves going on here. Great job.
It's a happy song, right?
It is a super happy song, and it's I find it just absolutely intriguing at how great you and Sheldon work together in creating those types of moments. You know, you can take pretty well every song, as we've seen with Postmodern Jukebox.
Yeah.
And turn it into something that has a completely different vibe to it. So you did a wonderful job with that.
I think our biggest challenge is to remember them.
To remember the songs?
Yeah. No, but because there's always different takes of everything. Like I said, honestly, we do these songs, we do a lot of different songs in a different format, but we don't necessarily write down, oh, that was really cool as a bossa and A minor. We should remember that. Oh. Unless we record it, it's gone. So, but yeah, we try to remember the good ones.
So you literally just reinvent the wheel every time you get on stage with Sheldon with those types of songs?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's fun.
It is fun. It keeps us on our toes, or I keep him on his toes, I think, I guess.
Definitely does keep us on our toes. He always keeps us on our toes. He's a wonderful
Yeah.
friend, that's for sure. So freelance musicians like yourself and Sheldon or Dee, myself, we really have to run innovative businesses these days. You told me that musicians really are survivors, right? So do you see yourself doing some of these duo and trio gigs in sometime in the near future, or are there just way too many factors to balance?
I think for me, I think yes. I will be open to that. That there has to be, I think, outdoors, some space, and smaller groups. So I'm open to it. I mean, we have to. For me, it's not that I need to gig because I'm teaching lots, but I miss it. I miss singing. I miss collaborating. I miss getting out there doing what I love. So I will be open to getting back into it when the time is right.
Yeah, but you're enjoying your time right now.
I'm actually enjoying having some weekends off, and I'm enjoying having not have to rush off to a gig and make sure everything is okay and everybody's taken care of. And I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
No.
But those small gatherings, that connection with people, that's the one thing that it's part of our diet as musicians, isn't it? It's part of our, we need it for our souls. And hopefully we're providing to our audience what they need for their souls as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Wow. Absolutely.
I hope that those opportunities are starting to show up for you. I know I'm starting to get some invitations, maybe to just go and do some front yard things or whatever the case. And there again, you asked me the question as we were just going on the air. How do you sing in a mask? I guess we're going to find out.
We will figure it out. Yeah, no,
we
I
will
can't
figure
sing
it
in a
out.
mask.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Tell us about the last song that you've chosen. You've chosen a doozy out of a very, very special catalog of some young upstarts named the Beatles.
That's true. Again, it's not necessarily a specific reason behind the song, or that there was a moment in time where it's just one of those songs that we did that I always remembered the arrangement that we did live on the spot that I thought was beautiful. So that's what I wanted to do. And I thought kind of now is a good time to release a song like Help, because there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of hard times. Not everybody is enjoying quarantine, and not everybody is happy, or there's a lot of people. So I thought this might be a good one too. So
what a lovely sentiment. This is going out to everybody who might need just a little bit of help. Here's Johanna Sillanpaa with Help.
When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anyone's help in any ways. But now those days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I changed my mind and I've opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. Appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? And now my life has changed in oh so many ways. Independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure, and I know I need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Won't you please help me? Oh, help me if you can. I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around. And help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me?
A nice smile at the end from Johanna Sillanpaa with her version of Help. Going out to everybody who was enjoying this beautiful day, and thank you very much for that version, Johanna. You guys really,
You are most welcome.
you guys work so well together. Sheldon is such a good character to have on board, isn't he?
He's a good musician.
He's
Good
a
guy.
very-
Yeah.
very good. Well, thank you both. I'm going to bring Dee Daniels on as well. We have 1, 2, 3 of us
Hey,
in the room together.
Johanna, that was incredible.
Oh,
I
thank
have to
you.
say that. That was incredible. I love
Thank
that.
you. I just want to hug her. I'm trying to do a heart.
Yeah, you and me both. Okay.
I wanna hug
Yeah,
her.
I
Tim
learned
and
this one the other day. That this is supposed to be a heart as well. Apparently,
Oh,
it's
okay. I
supposed to
don't
be a
know.
heart
Yeah.
that you can do to the camera. Yeah. So.
I'm not going to do it. I'll do the wrong finger and it will be a disaster.
I wanted to thank each of you. Johanna, thank you very much for your talent and for spreading your joy. Dee Daniels, it's always a treat to talk to you as well. We've each known each other. Well, I've known you both for well over 20 years, and it's always a treat to spend time with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim, for doing this.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
I'm glad that you have the rest of the day that you can go look forward to. I wanted to bring up the point that we have Kurt Elling on the show this evening at 7 p.m. On Jazz Home Delivery. So it's a double Jazz Home Delivery today. So I'm really excited about that. But no more excited than to have you on the show. So thanks again for being here with us. We have a whole bunch of sponsors that we would like to thank as being part of the TD JazzYYC Jazz Festival. So let's go and say thanks to them.
Thank you.